neurodivergent, chronically ill, physically disabled, and on my mental health recovery journey. Yeah, it's a lot, I know, but I have a feeling that quite a few of you may be on the same path as me here. Hi, yeah, I am Nay and I am a disability advocate. On Instagram, my platform is This Disabled Life Lived, and I just decided to hop over onto YouTube. Yes, this is my first video and I have no idea what I'm doing. To share a bit more of my journey and to be able to talk a bit more in depth about things that have helped me, things that haven't, to try and help you on your journey, maybe in mental health, chronic illness recovery. Okay, I'm back, I just had to get my puppy a chew. So my journey as a disabled person started around 6 years ago. I was 17 years old and doing my A-levels at grammar school, and I had a mental breakdown. Now this mental breakdown had been brewing for a good couple of years. Basically, I was an autistic burnout. But basically, as soon as I had this mental breakdown and I got into mental health services, they saw immediately that I was autistic. And I was like, oh, okay. And that autism diagnosis, it was life-changing and life-saving. I only wish I'd got that diagnosis sooner because it could have saved me a lot of pain. But then at the same time, I wouldn't be the person who I am today without it. But it would have saved a bit of trauma. So, you know, swings and roundabouts. And I wish I could say that my journey from then went up, but then I'd be lying to you, so no it didn't. My mental health journey from there was quite rocky and things did go down in a bit of a spiral, and I kept finding out that rock bottom has a basement and the basement has a basement. I will go into that story another time, but this is just a quick overview. So I guess the second part about me is my chronic illness journey. And so in December of 2023, the week before Christmas, I started getting some buckling and severe pain in my legs. This is weird, but I'd had a lot of physical health symptoms over the years. So I was like, it's fine. It wasn't fine. But I'd spent the previous Christmas in hospital and I refused to spend another Christmas in hospital. So I suffered my way through, but on Boxing Day things had reached a whole new high, and yeah, I ended up in hospital and I thought it would just be a quick A&E visit. I was there for 14 months and in that time I became homeless, a full-time wheelchair user, and got a couple of chronic illness diagnoses. So that was a fun trip. I have a diagnosis of functional neurological disorder and fibromyalgia, and we're currently looking into POTS, but waiting lists, you know. And I became a full-time wheelchair user very soon after the start of my admission. My mobility just deteriorated very quickly. The whole time I was in hospital admission, I had a variety of symptoms, a lot of which that I had had for the past 7 years, but that had just been getting worse over time. Having non-epileptic seizures, dystonia, muscle weakness, muscle pain, stiffness in my joints, chronic migraines, brain fog. Brain fog is hitting right now. Yeah, I'll write them down and do a proper video about my chronic illness journey another time. This is just a summary. So I have a wide variety of symptoms. Being in hospital was really hard for me as an autistic person. I mean, I don't think anyone likes hospitals, to be fair. I don't think anyone likes being in hospital for 14 months, to be fair. But as an autistic person, it was especially hard. And my mental health really suffered at first. But actually, that hospital admission was the most life-changing experience. I completely changed who I was as a person because I had everything taken away from me. I lost everything. I lost my ability to go to uni. I lost my ability to walk. I lost my ability to work. I lost friends. I lost my independence, I lost my freedom, I lost so much. And it was really hard for a while. It was really hard. And whereas in the past, I would have let that beat me, I'm not that person anymore. And actually, through my chronic illness journey, I have learnt not to take things for granted. And I've learned to appreciate every single thing that I have. Because looking back, I had so much that I didn't even realise and I didn't even appreciate. So now, I look at what I have and I am so grateful for that. It's just given me a totally new perspective on life. It's helped me to be more positive, more grateful, and just more present at living in the moment, because we never know when our moment is going to be our last. We never know what is going to happen to us. And chronic illness folks, you'll know this, that we never know when the next flare-up is going to come and we'll be bedbound for 3 weeks or months. We never know when we're going to develop a new symptom. You know, we never know what's going to happen in the future. So it's really helped me to gain perspective on my life and appreciate what life I have now, because I don't know what I will have in the future and I don't know how much time I have. But I got discharged from hospital in 2025 and I'm now living in my own flat with carers, my puppy who I'm training to be an assistance dog, and I'm back at work. And life is incredibly hard, but it's also so good because my perspective has changed. If it wasn't for my hospital admission, I wouldn't have started my Instagram account. I wouldn't have grown my following on there and been able to help people and make a difference in that aspect. And I wouldn't have written my very first book, Finding My Authentic Autistic Self. It's always been a dream of mine to write a book and publish a book, and I did that myself from a hospital bed. I guess just my message from today is that I'm not going to say everything happens for a reason, because I hate that quote. I like to twist it around and say you can find a reason in everything, because we always say, like, in hindsight, oh, I can see this, that, the other. I think to myself in this situation when something bad has happened, I think, okay, I may not understand why this is happening right now, but in the future, I will be able to look back on this moment and see that maybe this will work out for good. I learned a lesson because of this, or this changed my life in this way because of that moment. And you don't realise that actually good can come out of bad things. But I'm not saying that doesn't make the bad things any less painful or hard. I guess it's just I changed my perspective to try being more positive, because if I wasn't more positive, I wouldn't be able to cope and I wouldn't be in the place with my mental health where I'm doing very well now if I did look at every situation through a negative lens. So yeah, that's a little summary about me and my journey so far. So please hit like and subscribe to follow along this journey with me, and let's see where we go. Alright, bye, see you in the next video.